responsibility to bring them back here and sort them out in here. Why is France not helping?
Why is France not helping? Okay.
Why is it they're not being taken back? Do you know what I mean? We are a country now that is just full of hate for everybody.
All right. I'm going to talk about legal migration, if you give me, just because otherwise we're going to, keep going back to the same thing. But I hear what you say. Man in front in the blue sweater.
Mike, you said that the waiting lists in the services are due to migration. That is a fallacy. Mr. Yusuf, you talked that there are enough people in the United Kingdom to not need foreign doctors. I joined the NHS as a student in 1974. We've been totally reliant on doctors from Asia initially, and the care sector is totally dependent on care workers from abroad, despite 9 million people not being in work. One reason why people wait for GPs is certainly because the population has gone up, but equally because there's funding for general practice compared to funding for hospital sectors has gone down. So you're conflating lots of different things to state your argument. Well, my question to you is, you have said, I believe, that migrant workers will lose their indefinite right to live here.
Indefinite leave to remain.
So sorry, I got the wording wrong. So if you've worked as a care worker in a nursing home for 40 years, you're already, since last year, not allowed to bring your children over. So when you get to 65, you're going to be sent back to where you came from. Is that what you're suggesting?
No, it's not at all. And if you had paid attention to what we were announcing, you would not have that view. My mother is a care home worker. My mother is a care home worker.
Typically rude.
My mother is a care home worker.
Be polite to people at the same time. They're not decent.
Has worked in care homes for years. We have announced that we would have an acute skills shortage visa specifically for sectors like the care home sector. But here's what has not happened. Here's what has not happened. And again, I know the care home sector well because my mother has worked in it for years, and I know how hard those people work. What happened under the Boris Johnson era is millions of people came to this country. The vast majority came not to work. They came here on non-work visas. Over 80% came on visas other than work visas. We are saying for every single work visa issued for an acute skilled shortage visa, like the care home sector, an equivalent place must be created to train up homegrown talent to do those jobs. And that is something that has not happened for decades.